Hey, everybody. Welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. And welcome back to the fold, Guardians. Guess what? It's going to be 20% more if you buy those season passes now for Destiny. So Destiny 2 has said they're going to increase their season passes 20%. So it means if you're buying the straight season pass, which is $10, it's going to be $12. So basically, they're increasing the silver coins, the cost per one for silver coins. So $10, 1,000 silver has gone up to 1,200 silver, which equates to $12. So it's $10, $12 per season just to get the season pass. If you want the season pass plus the 10 extra levels, which has typically been $20 or 2,000 silver, it's going up to $22 or 2,200 silver. So 20% increase. For what? Because they want to. I'm an avid Destiny 2 player. This last Lightfall expansion has been a pretty bad one. The season pass to go along with it too is kind of a joke as well. It's just not very fun, and the story is kind of hit an impasse for a lot of players. So I think it's kind of bad form that they've done this during they have acknowledged that the story and the season and the expansion has kind of fallen short. They've acknowledged all of this, the developers and their PR teams. The players are not happy with it. And I don't understand what they think that increase in the cost of season pass $20 or $2, excuse me, not 20, is going to help with that fact. Why they did this, they didn't say, but it's just Bungie going, hey, we need more money. So we're going to increase the season pass by $2, depending on if you buy the $10 one or the $20 one. The $20 one comes with 10 extra levels. You get 10 free levels, basically. So a jump start on the season pass, if you will, which whatever. If you play enough during a season, you can more than wrap up the 90 levels in the season. So it's I don't know. I don't get it. It's just greed. They got to make that 9% revenue increase year over year, and that's what they're trying to do by giving $2 more for season pass. A season, I'm trying to remember how long a season is. I think is 10 weeks, something like that. So like 2.5 months or something like that. I guess like 10 weeks. So it's basically they're going to get $2 extra every 10 weeks when they roll out a new season in the game. Because they're typically, I believe they're 10 weeks on average. But I think it's dumb. It's not worth the $2 extra. Like I said, I've avidly been playing, but the story has fallen short with Lightfall, and I'm kind of just like, meh. You guys are. It almost feels like they have no direction and no end goal in mind for the story of the Traveler and all that stuff. But raising it $2 is just a slap in the face after a rough release. There's nothing wrong with the release. It was just a piss poor story and all that. It's a fun game. And the new Strand abilities are cool and fun and all that stuff. But the story itself is just kind of, falling behind. And not to mention when they do it with every release, but they slow roll all the stuff for the story, so they slow roll content. You can't do all the content at release, so they can keep you playing longer. Hopefully you spend some of that silver, which equates to real world money, so you could buy cosmetic items or season pass or buy levels in the season pass or whatever. But I don't know. Bungie, I don't know. It feels like they've lost their way with this one. But Nick, what do you think, man? What do you think about the 20% increase in the season cost for Destiny?
It's bull. They're basically trying to get you to pay for the $20 one. And doing so basically because it costs for $10 you get 1,000 silver plus 100 bonus, so you get 1,100 silver, which means on top of that you also have to spend at least a $5 silver to buy just the regular season pass. So you basically got to spend $15 if you want to buy the regular season pass to equal up to that amount of
I think they'll probably release a 1,200 silver pack.
I don't think so.
You think they're gonna? Because right now they just do 10. They do 1,000 point increments, so you could buy 1,000, 2,000, et cetera, et cetera. So you think they're gonna make? You think they're gonna keep that level?
Oh yeah, I do, because a lot of cash shops do that. right? A lot of those like mobile cash shops and stuff, and like free to play MMOs, they do that with their cash shops, right? Something is just out of reach where you end up having to buy more of the currency than what it costs for the item, right? So if it's $1,000, they'll give you for $10 you can buy, or no, if it's like $11, for $10 you can buy 10 of it, and then you got to buy 10 more or 100 more, or $1 more, but you can't buy just $1 increment. You got to buy the $5 or the $10 increment. Now for the $20, you get 2,000 plus 300 bonus points. So with one cost of $20, you would be able to buy the higher tiered season pass and then spend that. I mean, I think that's mainly why they upped it, right? I think they upped it for the fact of for you to buy more silver, right? Because in order to get the lower tier, you have to, instead of spending $10 to get the season pass, now you have to spend at least 15, right? Unless they, and which I don't think they will, because I think you do have to go buy the silver. Unless they make it to where you can just buy it straight from there, and they just charge you the cost of 1,200 or $12 worth of silver, right? I think currently that's not how it works. I think once you go to buy the season pass, it takes you to the store where you have to buy silver and then exchange that silver for the season pass, which I don't see them currently at the moment changing in any way, which means you will have to buy, again, like I said, $15 worth of season pass or the $20. And if you buy the $20, you might be more inclined to buy the higher season pass. You may not be inclined to do it. You may buy just the lower one still, but now you've spent that money, right? So they're getting you either way. And it's just shady practices, right? A lot of free to play games, like I said, do this type of practice too, where the ratio between the currency that they're selling and the item that you're wanting to buy is just out of reach for one purchase of one package, where you end up having to buy two currency packages in order to make up for enough to buy said item, whatever item that is, right? Season pass or something.
And it's Bungie, right? Because they raised the cost of expansions too. Expansions used to be $40, and the Lightfall one was $50 when it came out. So they've increased $10 on expansion. They roll out expansions pretty regularly. So they're pushing you towards the season pass is what they're doing a little bit, trying to front load that cost a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and they're like you said, Lightfall, I agree as well. Lightfall was the last one that came out that we played through, the Witch Queen, I think it was. Was that the last one? I can't remember. Was it the Witch Queen? Which one was it?
No.
Forsaken? No, that was an earlier one.
It was a very similar name, Light something.
Yeah. The something Queen.
Killer Queen.
The Killer Queen. Man, I just can't think of what it was. But anyway, while we search for it here and try to remember what the heck the name was, that one I liked.
Beyond Light.
No, that was before that one. What was the last one that just came out? Beyond Light was before that one. I thought it was the Witch Queen, but maybe not.
It might have been.
But anywho, that one, whatever the one was before Lightfall came out, I thought was great. I really enjoyed that one. I enjoyed playing through it. I enjoyed the area, the story. Like, we all three played through it, and I had a lot of fun playing through there. This is older content by this time, so they do have more in there, and that might be what helped, right, with that. But Lightfall, I agree, was not my favorite, right? I didn't care for Lightfall. I like the area. Like, Neptune looks really cool, but I think they kind of pissed it away with, like, it almost seems like a set piece and nothing's going on there, right? Everything's kind of static, and it looks cool. It's like all neon and everything, but there's like nothing going on, right? And then the story was nothing to write home about, which I liked the Witch Queen story. Like, the one previous to that, I thought they did a really good job with that expansion. That expansion was cool. And the stuff that they gave you and the areas we went to and various things like that. And this one was just kind of like mediocre compared.
Yeah, and it was Witch
unfortunately.
Queen.
Was it Witch Queen? Okay. I was right. Hey, I got one. Score one for me. The Witch Queen I enjoyed, right? I enjoyed the Witch Queen. I thought the Witch Queen was a lot of fun. and I played it a lot afterwards, and Lightfall was not the same for me. Like, I just didn't like the area and the way the things were mapped out. Like I said, Neptune looks cool, but there was just nothing going on there. It was kind of dead, as far as like, just the way it looked neat, but nothing was going on in the city. Like, I understand everybody's in the Matrix or whatever, but still, they could have done more with that. And then the characters and the story and stuff like that, like the Traveler and the other dude, the Messenger. Like, it's a cool thing, right? But I mean, this was mainly about, Lightfall was mainly about the other dude. What's his name? The bad guy.
Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I thought you were talking about the freaking Necromundas or whatever the heck they're calling.
No, the Callus. Was that his name?
Callus is he's the bad guy for the Messenger, right?
Yeah. I mean, this light, the Lightfall story, I mean, up to the point was basically about Callus and Callus coming down. I mean, he's working for the Messenger, trying to forward what the Messenger is trying to do, but that was basically what it was, all centered around Callus and his whole thing, with the Messenger in the back, like, kind of like, hey man, and so they could have done more with that. But yeah, I mean, in the sense of this season pass, like, if you're going to raise prices, you've got to give, I mean, you don't have to, but I think they should give an incentive for that price increase, right? What's the reasoning behind it? You have a ton of expansions for Destiny 2. I understand Destiny 2 is free to play now. It didn't start out that way, but it isn't free to play now. But you have to buy it, or at least for the base model. I think it comes with, maybe the free to play one comes with some expansions added to it, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But you got to buy all these expansions if you want to access the other stuff. And you really do need to buy an expansion, because even us playing all together, we learned that a lot of the content was locked out from us being able to do certain things, besides very base content, right? You could do X, Y, and Z, but I mean, even for like some of the stuff that I would consider base content, like Shane didn't have something, and I can't remember what it was, and we couldn't do it because of that, right? Maybe there's a season pass or something to that effect, but he couldn't do it because of it. So this game incentivizes you spending money. You have to, if you want to really enjoy what this game has to offer. The season pass is not necessarily needed, but I think with this, they're incentivizing you buying the season pass. They're basically making it almost necessary in a sense, or saying that it's necessary in a sense to buy the season pass. So therefore we're going to raise the prices on it. Right. It's just really shady practices to say, especially to give no reason for it. You've upped the prices of your expansion, and your expansion's quality has diminished. And, then you're bringing out season passes that you have been for a while, but now you've raised the price on those. Yet I bet you the season pass is still going to offer the same stuff the season pass always offers. So again, what's the incentive as a consumer that I need to spend more money for this? What am I getting in return? And we know the answer to that: nothing, right? We're getting the same thing we got before.
And you have to remember, when Destiny 2 came out, it was not free.
Yeah, that's what I said. It wasn't
game.
Free.
But now it's free, right? Like you said, people can jump in and start playing. But like you mentioned, we couldn't play. We were trying to run the dungeons in the Witch Queen with Shane. But if you didn't buy the DLC, you didn't get the dungeon keys. So Shane couldn't play the dungeon keys because he didn't have the DLC or whatever with the dungeon keys. So, yeah.
Well, I can tell you this much. Somebody needs to cut Bungie's cord, because it's a load of shit. Nick's right, though. They're not going to adjust their packet prices at all. And matter of fact, they'll probably up the cost of, their designer stuff and their, look at me costumes and things like that. They'll probably raise the prices on those too. So you're going to end up having to buy multiple, coin sets just to cover your expansion, cover your pretty new gun, color and patterns, and your new banner colors and patterns. It's a bunch of crap. This is what absolutely kills me about these types of games is it's free to play, but it costs too much. But they're making money. People are buying it. There's no, getting around that. People are buying it. I mean, I enjoy the game. I really do. Only cooperatively though. I haven't enjoyed playing with myself, for a while. Shut up. And the and the game is it's just one milk fest after another. I mean, every time you jump into the game, you can feel Bungie just grabbing your nipples. It's just like, milk. It's what they want. Has Sony completed their purchase? So it's all completed. I wonder if Sony has anything to do with this. I mean,
probably not.
You think Sony's still letting them just kind of be them? I mean, I don't doubt it, because Bungie makes money hand over fist regardless. I mean, Destiny is such a huge game. But these practices are just, you expect this from a cell phone game, like you said. I mean, this is cell phone tactics. It's gross. We play the DLCs after they come out on sale. That's the only way I would ever play a Bungie game again. Plain and simple. They're fun, but I'm not going to be giving them, $10 here, $12 there. When, if you spend $50 at the beginning, or you could spend 3 increments of 20, it's easier to pay $20 at a time than it is $50 at a time. And that's what they're doing. I mean, they found a way to change that $50 into $60 by just charging you in 3 easy payments. So this just chaps my ass. Screw you, Bungie.
Well, when you consider that they're 10-week sessions, there may be some longer, some shorter, I don't know, but that's 5 seasons a year, right? That's 52 weeks in a year. So, right?
52, yeah.
Yeah.
12 months in a year.
That's what I'm saying. That's 5 seasons in a year. So that's $50, which is now going to become higher than that, right? Mm-hmm. So it's $50 if you just buy the base DLC. Yeah. Not DLC, but the base season pass. Yeah. So, and then I don't know how many people bought the $20 season pass versus the $10 season pass or whatever. But I mean, when you break it down, and if you just bought the base, that's a pretty good deal for a game that you play multiple times a year. If you play it multiple times, like I find it hard to complain a little bit, but $20 is just, I don't go to the $20 one. I always do the $10 one. And tacking on $2. But I used to always pay the $15 a month MMO fee when I ever complained about it. But I also used to buy the multi-month packs where I got it for like $10 a month or something, but I don't know. It's a different time, and those games are always, $60 too. And I'm thinking like, WoW and Final Fantasy 14 online, those were $60 games at release. And then you paid the $15 a month to play it, and they both still are. So, really can't. I don't think that Destiny is on par with MMO quality or quantity that WoW and Final Fantasy are. I don't put them on the same plane, but Destiny is a loot shooter, an MMO in a sense, and it's an MMO light, but they're getting into regular MMO full cost fees at this point, because if Destiny 3 releases, it's a $60 game or a $70 game. It's not free when it releases. I highly doubt that'll happen, but I mean, who knows? Bungie made Destiny 2 free when they split from Activision, and they just went free to play model. I don't know if that was a ploy to try to get some money in their studio, or if that's their plan for future releases, but you never know. We'll see what happens if they ever come out with a Destiny 3 or what their plans are. Just keep rolling out expansion, because that seems to be more money for them. They roll out expansion every year for $50, charge you $50 minimum. Now it'll be more than 50. It'll be what, 2 times 5. So that's $10. It'll be $60 worth of season pass a year. So $60 on top of $50. So they're getting $110 out of you if you play it for the full year. Buy their 1 year, their DLC that comes out every year, and then their season pass. So they're getting you for $110, $120 a year anyway, right there. And if what Nick's saying is true, and you have to buy the $15 pack every 10 weeks, then you really are getting a little boned. And that is a douchebag move by them, but I can see them doing it too. Oh, sorry. All we have is in $5 increments. So sorry, guys.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
God, I see. I hate that shit so bad. Just watching people blatantly just rob people, and people going, here, take my money. That's what really bothers me the most. We as a gaming community, as gamers, need to just, we need to put our wallets down some days and just say, you know what, you're not getting it this time. Suck a butt. You're not getting my money.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that takes a lot of people, and a lot of people won't. will still spend that money regardless.
That instant gratification is there for too many people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I've fallen for, the take my money route. I've bought every iteration of Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and Resident Evils and all that. So, I have my quirks too, but I don't know. This is just too in your face. Take.
Yeah. And a lot of it is, out there. I mean, I'm guilty of this type of stuff too. I own some games on the same game on multiple systems, right? So
almost every game.
Not every game.
Yeah, I can think of every time like Capcom comes out with a new package, and Nick's bought it on every system twice over, sometimes 3 and 4 times.
Yeah. But this one has version 1.3.
No, there's nothing different about them. I just own them on several different locations. I never know what I want to play at that moment.
I buy it for the artwork.
Maybe I want to play over here, and I'm too lazy to go over there.
I forgot I already owned this, so I bought it again.
That's Shane.
How many times have you done that, Nick? I know I've done it twice or 4, but how many times have you done that, Nick? Go, oh yeah, look at this. Take it home. You go to put it on your shelf in alphabetical order. Oh shit, I already got 4.
I have never done that because I know what I own. But I know you have.
Such BS. I guarantee you have duplicates of stuff.
I do not. No, I do not have duplicates of anything. And not unless I actually bought it knowing that it was a separate because it's for a different console or something. But yeah. I mean, for like some of my older games, I even have a list and I keep it up to date on what I own. So when I go to buy something new for my older consoles and stuff, I look at the list to make sure I don't own that already. It's a good idea to keep a list.
Yeah, I kind of have 2 copies of Riddick because I forgot. And then what makes it so damn funny is I literally paid $2 more for one copy over the other.
Yeah, but
these times $2 more for the most recent copy you bought.
Yeah. But these types of
Nick's got a birthday gift now.
Yeah. These types of practices are, they're not new, right? They're all over the place. And for people, if Destiny 2 is the only thing you play, I mean, it does suck because you're spending more, but you're probably buying, if Destiny 2 is the only thing you play, or the majority of the thing that you play, kind of like those people that play Madden all year long and stuff like that, right? Or Call of Duty, that's the only thing they play. If Destiny's your type of game and that's it, you're more than likely we're already spending the $20. And you can still get that with a $20 pack, right? Because I'm surprised they didn't make it $2,400. Raise it like $4, so you have to buy 2 packs in order to buy that, right? They didn't go that route, at least not yet. But so if you're a huge Destiny player in that sense, you're probably buying those things, or buying like when the expansions come out, you can buy the expansion with the first season pass, right? And then other season, and because that covers the entire thing, right? The entire like DLC and everything else they come out with it. So, through that route. Even though it is shady practices, it depends on how much you play Destiny and how much you invest in it already. If you're a huge investment in Destiny, this won't be a big concern because you probably already spend the $20 for the season passes anyway. But if you're a casual player that, gets on a Destiny once in a while and picks up a season pass or picks up, whatever the case may be for it, stuff like this is for those people so they can just gouge more money out of them. The casual player that's just coming in and wants to play for a few sessions and picks up a season pass for it, right? Exactly what Shane said as well. I won't be surprised if season passes are what they're expanding on now. I won't be surprised if the silver store in general, everything goes up in price. right? Cosmetics, all that stuff goes up in price. Eventually. It may not be today, but it will happen.
All right. We're going to keep bashing on Destiny. I guess it's time to end this one because, we don't like it. We never like when the price increases, but for the most part, I try to stay active in each season, but it doesn't always pan out that way. And there's times where I take breaks from Destiny and I don't play for a couple of expansions, and then we come back and buy them on sale or buy them in a pack or bundle or something. So I'm the casual Destiny player, come in and out at random times. So bad news for me, but let us know what you think down in the comments. Do you play Destiny? What do you think about the 20% price increase? And do you think that what Nick said is true, which I can kind of see that they're not going to change the silver packs. You're going to be buying it in the $5 increments, which means that they're going to do the gift card thing to you, right? Where you're never going to be able to spend all that silver unless you're buying other cosmetic items, which means the next time the season pass comes out, you're stuck doing the $15 thing again. So you're spending $15 every 10 weeks instead of the $12 because they are gouging you that way, So let us know what you think down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button on the video if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to our channel to help us out so we can keep doing new videos that we do every week. So hope you enjoyed this episode and hope to catch you in the next one.
See ya.